boom, start keto. So what keto is, it's a low carb, moderate protein, and high fat diet. So the majority of your food consumption is going to be fat. Now that makes no sense to somebody that thinks that they're fat to eat more fat. How does that make sense? It doesn't. But based on the science of this diet, that's what it's based on. That's what it is. That's what I'm gonna do. You tell me to eat fat and I'm gonna get skinny, then so be it. Okay, so I had to learn the basics. I had to learn the types of fat. It's not just any kind of fat that you eat. You have to eat the healthy types of fat. Healthy fats such as fats that you would get from avocado, fats that you would get from certain types of meat or fish, certain types of butters that you're going to use, certain types of oils that you're going to use, healthy fats. Then the next thing you probably think about is like, if I'm eating all of this fat, what about my cholesterol and, you know, the other health disadvantages that might come from increasing your fat intake, right? So that's another story in itself. Do your research on that. But what I can say is I've been doing this diet now for about a year. I started about a year ago. And I've lost about 20 something pounds. I've been maintaining throughout the year. I lost the majority of the weight in the beginning, and then throughout the rest of the year, I drop a little bit here, drop a little bit there. Then I would spike back up when I would start my little cheating frenzy, and then I know how to get myself back into ketosis, so I get back into ketosis, and then I'll do well, lose some more, spike back up, whatever. I know what I'm doing. For me, I had to do a lot of trial and error, and just figure out what is working for my body and what is not. So anywho, so throughout the past year, I've been monitoring my blood sugar and my my lipid panel, my cholesterol, my HDL, my good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, triglycerides, just to see if eating all of these fats would make my numbers go in the wrong direction, in a bad direction. And contrary to a lot of stuff out there, or a lot of what you might hear, my numbers have been improved over the last year. I wouldn't say drastically, but it's the best that it's been in the past few years. And this is the most fat that I've ever eaten in my whole life. I mean, I eat fat. I didn't gain weight by eating grass. So obviously I eat a lot of fatty foods, but it was the bad type of fat. It was the fast food. It was, you know, the greasy, oily, bad fat. But by eating good fat now and going into ketosis and allowing the ketones to use as my energy source, I've changed my numbers. My cholesterol numbers are better. It was never bad, but they're better. My hemoglobin A1C, check my blood sugar, not bad, but better. So that's a good thing. What else can I say about the diet? So, okay, so I mentioned that I lost about 20 something pounds in the past year. I've been maintaining that, even though I've been fluctuating up and down. This diet, you can lose a lot of weight really fast. I mean, if you stick to it, if you're really strict, you know what you're doing, you know, have a plan, you can lose a lot of weight really, really fast. For me, I call myself doing modified keto. And what I mean by modified is I cheat, which means that I'm supposed to be doing low carb, but sometimes I want carbs. That's just the way it is. But if you're doing this diet properly, you're not supposed to have the carb cravings, because you're off of the sugar. You're not feeding your body with carbs anymore. So if you're eating the fats that you're supposed to be eating, you're not going to get the cravings that you probably normally would have. But me, however, I like bread. I like pasta. I like potatoes. I like carbs. And I'm not going to deprive myself of things that I like simply because I want to see a number on the scale. That's all cute and everything, but I also want to enjoy the food that I eat. Period. Point blank. Do what works for you. Don't do what works for me. So I have had the weight loss. I have been maintaining it, but I cheat. Okay? I cheat. Whenever I feel like I want to have carbs, I will. And when I do have carbs, it doesn't necessarily kick me out of ketosis immediately. It matters how much of the carbs that I have, because I can cheat and the next day I can still be in ketosis. But if I have like a really bad cheat day or cheat weekend, forget it. I have to start all over from scratch trying to get back into ketosis. But I am now what I think the terminology is fat adapted, to where I know, or my body recognizes ketones as what it needs to burn the fat. So for me to get back into ketosis, I know what to do to get back into ketosis faster, and my body will recognize what I'm doing faster. So it can take me maybe 2 days. What would normally take probably 3, 4, 5 days to get into ketosis, I can get back into ketosis within 2 days, maybe 3 max, if I stick to my keto basics. What I call my keto basics are the eggs, bacon, and avocado. Keto basics. And keto food is so much more than just eggs, bacon, and avocado, but those are the basics. Keep it simple, period. I do not cook, or at least I try my hardest not to. But so that's why I keep it simple, period. Boil some eggs, fry some bacon or sausage, something simple like that, and eat avocado, and do it in the proper portions, proper portion sizes, to get you into ketosis. Not really portion sizes, but macronutrients. That's a big word in this ketogenic diet. Knowing what your macros are. I know you hear it all the time if you've been researching about keto, but you're gonna keep hearing, what are your macros? Macros this, macros that, macros this, look it up. The information is everywhere. You have to know what your macronutrients are for your body. Basically how much fat you should have, how much protein you should have, and how much carbs you should have to keep you into ketosis. And everybody is different. Everybody will need a different macronutrient setup based on their height, weight, BMI, all of that stuff. Research it, you'll find it. So for my macronutrients, I normally keep it simple. Because I don't like headache. I don't like too much detail. So I just stick with the basic 75% of my food will be fat. 75 fat, 20 protein, and 5 carbs, right? So 75 plus 20, that's so what I use to measure my macronutrients. I use the app MyFitnessPal. I use MyFitnessPal, where you scan pretty much every single thing that you're going to eat. You scan it, you see how much carbs are in it, how much protein is in it, all that good stuff. It tells you what percentage of each one you have. It breaks it down for you, so you know, oh my god, I probably shouldn't eat this, so let me put it back. Scan everything before you eat it. Plan your day ahead of time. I mean, MyFitnessPal is a lifesaver. I don't know if you've ever used it before. If you haven't, try it out. And it's, I think, like $50 for the advanced version, or whatever you want to call it, for the year, the subscription for the year, or they have like a free 30-day trial. But the $50 for the year was totally worth every single dime. So that's what I use to keep up with my food. What else? So anyway, I'm making this video because I've been at a standstill with this diet because like I said, I cheat. And I've been maintaining this like 22-pound weight loss, and I'm ready to drop another, I'd say, I'll go 10 to 20. I'll say another 10 to 20 pounds I would like to drop. And that means that I need to take this diet serious again and stop cheating for a little while. Or if I do cheat minimally. And I'm recording this because I'm going to record my new journey. Man, recording this is making me accountable because I'm gonna have to show some results, just basically to show that I know what I'm talking about, and this is really working. As far as a lifestyle change, I'm not talking about the future because I don't know anything about the future. I know that this worked for me this last time. It really did work for me. It has helped me tremendously with that, with those 20 pounds. Because, child, the way my face was set up, I'm telling you, my face was so bloated. I couldn't find my neck, like, just a mess. And you probably didn't see any of those pictures or videos or anything because I was in hiding. Nobody knew because I did not want to be seen. Anywho, so I'm going to go back on this journey. I'll record. You're not going to see food recorded and all that stuff. I'll probably just give updates because, like I said, I don't cook. And I don't eat for taste. I always say this. I don't eat for taste. I eat for my waist. But I don't eat for taste. I don't eat for the way food looks. It doesn't matter to me. I just need to eat it because that's what I need to eat. And that's it. And that's all. So you won't get food pictures and all of that nonsense from me. That's not my thing. But I will give an update. I weigh myself every single day. I have weighed myself every single day for like the past year. I have an app on my phone with my scale, and it just breaks everything down. My BMI, my water intake, all of that stuff is really pretty dope. And I'm addicted to weighing myself, but that's my problem. I don't suggest that anybody else weigh themselves every day, but you can do what you want to do with your life because those numbers can really mess with you. But the reason why I do it is because my weight fluctuates so much. Like today I can be one number and tomorrow I can be like 2 or 3 pounds heavier, and then I'm like, yo, sis, chill. Like, are you doing the right thing? Are you not doing the right thing? And that's how I really have been able to maintain so far, just by monitoring my weight every day. But I know it's an addiction. I just have to get on the scale. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway, what else can I tell you about this keto diet? You really, really, really have to know what works for you, because what might work for me might not work for you. What you know, I may be able to tolerate certain oils or certain types of fat, and you may not. You have to read and research and find out the information for yourself, because this is something that you can't be spoon-fed, like every single little bit of detail. I can give generic information, but details, I don't have time for that. But so far I like it. So far this act, as a matter of fact, how about this? Not just myself and a few of my friends are on this diet. And you know what, maybe I should do that. Ask about their weight loss. I won't give their numbers or names or anything like that, but the total amount of weight loss that we've all had within the past year or less, listen, it's working. Okay, I don't know for how long. I don't know about the future. I can't tell you about a year from now if I'm going to gain all this weight back or if I'm not. Let's just focus on right now. Okay, and for right now, it's working. So one other thing that I wanted to add was the importance of replacing your electrolytes. Let me tell you something about something called the keto flu. When I got the keto flu for the first time, child, I thought I was dead. I said, this is it, I'm dying. I was at work. I was at work one day, and I start sweating profusely, like, oh my God, what's going on? I start sweating, start getting cramps. It was a mess. I thought I was dead. I was like, what is going on? And rather than like go to the doctor, go to the emergency room, I just went home to get into bed, because nap solves all problems, right? But then I realized, oh, duh, dummy, that's the keto flu thing that they were telling you about. Replace your electrolytes. So you lose a lot of your electrolytes on this diet, because you tend to flush it out faster. Like you're drinking a lot of water and you're flushing out your electrolytes, and if you don't replace it, child, keto flu kicks in, and it is real. You'll get muscle cramps, headaches, nausea, fatigue. Like, listen, you don't want it. So you have to replace your electrolytes. You have to replace your sodium, your potassium, your magnesium at all times. Make sure. Now, actually, when I did get the keto flu, rather than do what was recommended to stay into ketosis, which would be like drink bone broth or take pink Himalayan salt, eat a little bit of pink Himalayan salt and dissolve it in water or what have you. There's different ways to replace your electrolytes. What I did, because I thought I was just dead on the spot, I went straight to Gatorade, which is sugar in a bottle, basically. Of course, you're going to get kicked out of ketosis because now you're drinking sugar. Completely opposite of the diet. But I didn't care. Forget this diet. Forget this weight loss. I'm about to die. So I was drinking Gatorade. What else did I have? I was drinking the bone broth. I started just guzzling water with the electrolytes in it. I mean, I just did whatever I had to do to get my electrolytes replaced. And it was replaced fairly soon after. A couple days maybe I felt better, maybe 2 or 3 days I felt better after. But after that first episode of keto flu, that was it for me. I've been trying my hardest not to get keto flu. So you have to replace your electrolytes. It is very, 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 very important if you do not want to be sick, or if you don't want to feel like you're dead on the spot. Okay.